Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 65, and in this episode we're going to be finishing up the Snagem hideout, getting our snag machine back, and all that other good stuff. Okay, so this chest over here is locked. We actually need a key to get that, and we can't get that until after we beat the Snagem hideout, so to speak. Okay, so there's a entrance over here, or I guess an exit, that takes you out to the beginning that you couldn't access beforehand. You actually have to go through the whole building in order to get there. But it's a quick little, I guess, detour or shortcut, I guess is the word I'm looking for, to the restoring machine. And we're going to take advantage of that to get all healed up. And we're going to keep going this way because this is actually the faster way rather than going back the other way. And we're going to go to the right here because we haven't gone down these stairs yet, and that's where we actually need to be going as far as getting to the boss of this area and whatnot. Okay, so there should be one more Snagem dude down here, as well as TM29, which is the very useful Psychic. And we are going to be using that, and I'm going to use that right now, I think. Let's see, where is it? There we go, TM29. We're going to boot that sucker up. And who are we going to teach it to? Well, the only person on our team that can actually learn it, and that's going to be Electabuzz. We need a Pokemon that can attack with Psychic-type moves because I don't have anyone on my team that can right now. So we need some diversity here. I'm going to get rid of Fire Punch because Ninetales already covers the fire department, so that's probably the least useful out of all of the punch moves, so I'm gonna get rid of that for Psychic. Huh? Kid, didn't I see you before? Oh, it's Biden. Yes, he was one of those guys that attacked us at the SS Libra. And he's going to start off with Oddish, which is good news for us, and Crobat, which is not good news for us. We're going to start off with our Electabuzz and Lairon. A very unusual team, but nonetheless, let's see what we can do here. We're going to go for the Thunder Punch on Crobat, I'm guessing here. Yeah, we're going to go for the Thunder Punch on Crobat, and we'll use Iron Tail to get rid of Oddish. See, Crobat is, what, 4 levels lower, or however many? I'm at level 31 here. And Crobat's level 26, so 5 levels lower than Electabuzz, and still the fastest one on the field. That's crazy. Thankfully, Thunder Punch knocks it out in one hit. You go, Zap wrong. I'm glad I gave him that magnet. We kind of needed it there. Alright. Lairon does get to attack, thankfully, because if you allow these Oddishes and Glooms that you are fighting to get an attack off, they're going to either use Sleep Powder or Stun Spore, and you're going to be stuck with a status condition, and that's just not good news. Okay, so now we have Torkoal and Blossom out on the field. Blossom is a pure grass type, and it is the alternate evolution for Gloom. If you use a Sunstone instead of a Leaf Stone to evolve it into Vileplume, you get Blossom. And it gets rid of its poison type, which is kind of weird. But its special defense and special attack are its high points, so you won't be able to knock it out in one hit, most likely. But we get an Iron Tail off as well as an Ice Punch, and it goes down before it gets an attack off. Torkoal really isn't that dangerous, so that's why I left him by itself. He went for Fire Spin, which is a really bad move, and it missed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So he's pretty much a sitting duck now. We're going to be able to knock him out this turn, probably. Thunder Punch, and that almost knocks Torkoal out, even despite his awesome defenses. And that means, that's pretty sad that Lairon's faster than Torkoal. Pretty sad if Lairon's faster than you, man. Headbutt knocks him out, and that's going to do it for Biden. So basically the dangerous Pokemon to watch out for in this battle are Blossom and Crobat. You want to knock them out as soon as they come out on the field to avoid further damage and status conditions and whatnot, because Crobat can also confuse you. I get it now. You were on the SS Libra. Okay, I got it now. I won't have to agonize over this. You're the kid from back there. What are you on, drugs? I'm leaving. Up the stairs we go, and we have made it to Gonzap's office. Hey, Joaquin, that snag machine you say you went and got, what's up with it? It's too honking small. How am I supposed to fit this on my arm? Yeah, he is like 5 times bigger than the size of the snag machine. It's because your arm is so thick, Gonzap. Shut your yap. Bring me something so useless as this. Huh? Oh, they finally noticed us. Who is that kid there? It's me. Hey, you! You're that kid. He must have come for the snag machine. Good work getting out here, but we're not about to let you have it back. Give up now, kid. And we're forced into a battle before the boss battle with no chance to heal, of course. With Team Snagem Joaquin, and he's the one who had the gloom that put us to sleep in the first place. So we get a little bit of revenge here, if you want to call it that. We're going to start with Zaprong and Laron yet again. Alright, let's do this. The glooms will definitely be trying to put you to sleep. They're going to go for stun spores and sleep powders, and one of them is going to heavily rely on sleep powder, so you do need to be careful. Ice Punch doesn't quite knock out that gloom, but we're going to go for an Iron Tail on the other gloom, and that still doesn't quite knock him out, so they both have almost no health left. And of course, they're going to go for the sleep powder, and it connects with Zaprong, so he is sound asleep right now. And that kind of sucks for us. That's going to throw a monkey wrench into our plan. The other gloom, meanwhile, is going to go for a Giga Drain on Laron, which just inflicts neutral damage because it's super effective on the rock type while not very effective on his steel type, so just average damage. But he does have low special defense, so it kind of inflicts a lot of damage, and he got some health back there. Let's see. We'll use a full heal with Laron to free up Zaprong's turn, and we'll get a Psychic off to get rid of the gloom that likes to spam Giga Drain, so he can't recover any of his health back. We don't want that. Laron grew up to level 33. Yes, and he got +3 attack and defense, which is always good. And the replacement Pokemon is going to be Mantine, the water and flying type Pokemon, which is just really annoying to be able to take out if you don't have an electric type, or you don't have electric type moves, because its only other weakness is rock, and obviously the water type trumps that, so it can be kind of difficult. Alright, we're going to kind of do the same strategy here, and we're going to go for a Thunder Punch to get rid of Mantine immediately, because he poses the most threat to Laron, because one Bubble Beam could potentially knock out Laron, because he is already weakened. Okay, so after Mantine, Joaquin has yet another Pokemon, and it's going to be Fortress. Stop using Sleep Powder! Oh my god! Stop! Do something else with your life. Holy crap, okay. Zaprong, for the 3rd time, is going to fall asleep. So let's see here. I don't have Fire Punch anymore, of course. So we'll call Zaprong to, I guess, wake him up. And it wastes his turn, but that's alright. At least we didn't have to use a full heal there. We'll use Laron to get rid of the gloom, finally, so we don't have to be falling asleep literally every turn so far. Okay, and his last Pokemon is going to be Grumpig, the pure Psychic type. Fortress goes for a Dig here. So let's see. I'm going to switch out both of my Pokemon here because both of them are weak to ground types. I will admit that the one weakness for this team is, or I guess one of the bigger weaknesses of this team that I'm putting together is the ground type, because Electabuzz is weak against ground, Ninetales is weak against ground, and Laron is quad weak against ground. But then I also have Crobat and Vibrava who are immune to ground, so it kind of sort of evens it out, but just to be safe, I'm going to switch out to Vibrava and Crobat so that the move is ineffective regardless. He ends up doing it on Crobat, which was switched out for Laron, so he was trying to get rid of Laron there. But whatever. We'll use Crobat's Bite on Grumpig, and this could be kind of dangerous if he starts using Psychic type moves, because Crobat is weak to Psychic, but it doesn't matter because we get a critical hit with Crunch from Vibrava, and that knocks out the Grumpig, so we come out of that unscathed, which is good news, because like I said before, we don't have a chance to heal in between these battles. We will get thrown right into a boss battle after this, and fortunately, Body Slam paralyzes us. Let's see what I want to do here. I I don't really have anything that can do any damage to Fortress whatsoever. Try a Sand Tomb, it misses. Gonna go for another Body Slam. I probably should just switch out to Ninetales here rather than mess around with this, because Wing Attack does inflict neutral damage, but I mean, just look at how high his defense is. It barely does anything, and that's Crobat's strongest attack, and I have the level advantage. Okay, let's switch out Crobat. I mean, he's paralyzed anyway. We'll switch him out for Ninetales. And that means as long as I don't get paralyzed, I should be able to knock it out in one hit on the next turn. Because, well, Fortress's only weakness is fire types. And it's not just a weakness, it's a 4 times weakness. The tables are turned. Dragon Breath has paralyzed you. Still goes for the Body Slam, this time on Vibrava. Don't paralyze him! Ah, thank you. And we recovered a little bit of health with our amazing leftovers item. And we'll use Flamethrower and put an end to this fight. The one thing I can say is that you want to do everything in your power to end this fight very quickly, because the longer this fight goes on, the harder the fight with Gonzap is going to be. So while this is not an incredibly difficult fight, especially with the Sleep Powders and the Stun Spores and Body Slam paralyzing you and stuff, this fight can really drag on. You need to do everything you can to make sure that it ends quickly. Okay, so now Gonzap's going to talk to us. Listen, kid, why don't you join us and we'll smash Cypher together? I don't know about that. If we snag all the Shadow Pokemon from them using this snag machine, Cypher will collapse. When that happens, Team Snagem will step up and take over, so how about it? And no, I don't really want to join you guys. You guys are weird. Alright, you mean to get this snag machine back no matter what. Fine. You'll have your snag machine back, but only if you can beat me. And so, the battle begins. Our next boss battle. Snagem Head, Gonzap, and he's going to start with Electrode and Nuzleaf. Electrode is a pure electric type, whereas Nuzleaf is grass and dark. And Electrode is most likely, unless you have a high-leveled Crobat, is going to be the fastest thing on the field. So keep that in mind. Also, you're going to lose at least one of your turns here because Nuzleaf always will start out with Fake Out. So he did it on Electabuzz there, so he's not going to be able to attack. He goes for the Spark on Lairon. Lairon definitely is going to bite the dust in this battle. He gets paralyzed from the freaking Spark, and Iron Tail missed, so I just lost my entire turn there with Zaprong flinching and Iron Tail missing. I don't even know if Lairon's going to be able to get another attack off. Electro goes for the Sonic Boom on Zaprong, which does a fixed amount of damage. It's like Dragon Rage, only just not quite as good. It only inflicts 20 HP, but it inflicts that steadily every turn. We get a Psychic off on Electrode, which does a decent amount of damage. And Nuzleaf is going to go for the Hyper Beam on Electabuzz, going to say Electrode, and it doesn't do that much damage. The problem there for him now is that he has to recharge next turn, so Nuzleaf is out of the picture, but it doesn't matter because Iron Tail knocks him out anyway. Now you decide to hit, right? Alright, Electabuzz grows up to level 33, which is always good, and Lairon's about halfway up to 34. Vileplume is the next Pokemon. He is Grass and Poison type, the evolution of Gloom. And this thing has a lot of special defense, so it's probably going to take 1 or 2 hits to knock it out, even with a special, a super effective move. So let's see what I want to do here. I guess we'll do Mud Slap on Electrode and see how much damage that does. Zaprong is down to 2 HP now. He's probably going to lose soon enough. We go for the Ice Punch on Vileplume, and that does a good amount of damage. Takes it below half, but he's going to take some back with Giga Drain on Lairon. Gets a little bit of HP back over the halfway mark at least, and Lairon goes down without being able to attack, which sucks. Alright. Well, I guess we don't want to use Crobat because he is paralyzed. That's not going to do us much good. Probably will just be paralyzed and can't move. Alright, so we're going to send out Ninetales and try to finish off Vileplume in this turn, as well as Electrode. Okay, so Electrode is going to go for the Spark, on Ninetales. Please don't paralyze him. Thank you. Alright, Ninetales. Flamethrower that Electrode out of here. Thank you. You want to get this Electrode off the field quickly because it's just so annoying with its Spark. I mean, especially just going first every turn and having a chance to paralyze you. Just, not good. Whiscash is the replacement Pokemon. Goes for the Ice Punch. That defeats Vileplumes when he goes down. And Whiscash, by the way, is a water and ground type Pokemon, much like Quagsire. So, if you have a grass type, you want to use it there. And Gonzap's signature Pokemon, Skarmory. We're going to use Zaprong. Let's see. I could use Thunder Punch on Skarmory, but then I would have nothing to use on Whiscash. So let's go for a Psychic with Electabuzz on Whiscash, and we'll use Flamethrower to ensure that Skarmory gets out of here because Skarmory is a Steel type. So, yeah, we got a critical hit. But he was going to go down in one hit to that anyway. And down Skarmory goes. We'll use Psychic on Whiscash, which I'm not expecting to do that much damage. No, it didn't really do that much damage. This thing's pretty bulky. It is difficult to knock out. It usually is going to take 3 hits, no matter what you use. Unless you use a grass type, in which case you may be able to knock it out in 1 hit. Alright, let's see here. We'll try Cross Chop. Just, well, nah. I feel like that's going to miss. Let's go with the Psychic. And then we'll use Flamethrower, even though clearly it's not very effective. This is going to be iffy. He might have just a tiny bit of health left after this turn. Come on, you know you want to knock him out. Yes. Down goes Whiscash. And that's going to do it for Gonzap. Electabuzz grows up to level 34. Plus 3 special attack. Awesome. And Ninetales also grows up to level 34 with a plus 3 special attack. Cannot beat that. And yeah, Gonzap is done for. No! Yeah, you just got served. And because we used Lairon, we got double money, 6,400. If we had your expertise and the Snag Machine, we'd have no trouble crushing Cypher. But fine, a promise is a promise. Here, take your Snag Machine back. At last, we have our Snag Machine. Ha! Are you serious, Gonzap? After all the trouble we went through to get it? Yep, he's just going to give it back to us. Weren't we going to use that to teach Cypher a lesson for dumping us? This kid's fighting to bring Cypher down, right? Him and us. We're fighting for the same thing. Here, kid, take it. And there we go. We received our Snag Machine back, and it feels like it's been forever. And it kind of has, because we've been doing battle CDs the whole time. But now we can catch Shadow Pokemon again. That thing didn't fit my arm anyway. And he's also going to give us Gonzap's Key, which is going to open the chest on the bottom floor that we ran into. I don't know if it was this episode. It may have been the beginning of this episode. But it will unlock another TM case for us. The Myra B radar. Oh yeah, we have to go fight Myra B somewhere because we have to capture his nose pass because we had to kill it last time. Oh man, let's see where he is though. I always open the PDA by accident. I forget that it's a key item. Let's see. Oasis Pokespot. Well, I guess we can do that next time and get that nose pass under control. We'll save the game. And that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, let me just take a look at my team really fast. We took kind of a beating here. Oh well, it was a good fight. Good fight. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for episode number 66. Game on.